a prime Mike Tyson would have knocked Jake Paul out. Mike is close to the ropes, and Jake goes in with a jab to set up a left hook, while Mike was moving to his left. Mike catches the left hook, and now he's in a southpaw stance with his foot on the outside, setting up his backhand.
Gervonta Davis just posted that he would beat the brakes off of you if you guys fight.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be down. Let's run it. Like, I'll be super, super down. I don't know if
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
Is there a height limit?
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got a wild topic to discuss. Gervonta, Tank, Davis versus Jake Paul. Could this fight actually happen? Would Jake Paul be able to hang with a true boxing champion like Davis? Or is this all just hype? Both men have huge followings, but they come from totally different backgrounds. Tank Davis is a knockout artist and one of the most dangerous boxers in the lightweight division, while Jake Paul has been making waves with his rise in the boxing world, but many still question his legitimacy. In today's video, we're going to break down what makes this matchup so interesting, what's at stake for both fighters, and if Jake Paul has a real chance against someone like Davis. Let's dive right in.
I want to call out Jake Paul to a boxing match. Everybody tell Jake Paul we need to run that. Let's do it. Jake Paul, if you ever want it, let me know.
I can't do this. I feel so bad for introducing Jake Paul to boxing. I can't allow this to happen. I can't.
The potential matchup between Ryan Garcia and Jake Paul has been buzzing around the boxing world for quite some time. Both are social media stars turned fighters, but they bring very different skill sets and backgrounds into the ring. Ryan Garcia is a rising star in the world of professional boxing. With his lightning-fast hands, explosive power, and undefeated record, Garcia has quickly become one of the most exciting young fighters in the lightweight division. Trained by Eddie Reynoso, who also works with Canelo Alvarez, Garcia's combination of speed and knockout power makes him a serious contender. He's also got a huge fan base thanks to his presence on social media, where he frequently connects with his fans, sharing training videos, personal insights, and his journey in the sport. His main goal is to prove himself in the ring against the best, and his ambitions go beyond just building a social media following. On the other side, Jake Paul has built his career as an entertainer, first through YouTube and now in the boxing world. Jake's rise to prominence in the sport has been anything but traditional. He started off by calling out former fighters, then eventually taking on ex-MMA stars and other YouTubers. While his critics argue that he's been fighting opponents who aren't real boxers, Jake Paul has shown serious dedication to his training. He's hired top-tier coaches and sparred with experienced boxers, improving with every fight. His confidence and brash personality have also made him a polarizing figure in the boxing world, with many questioning whether he has what it takes to face someone like Garcia. Why it's a big deal. If Ryan Garcia and Jake Paul ever meet in the ring, it would be an exciting clash of styles, with Garcia's speed and boxing pedigree facing off against Paul's power and determination to prove himself. The fight would draw huge attention, as both fighters have massive followings across social media platforms. For Garcia, it's about defending his reputation as a serious boxer and continuing to rise in the professional ranks. For Jake Paul, it's about proving once and for all that he belongs in the boxing world and that his previous victories were not just flukes. Fans are divided on whether it would be a competitive fight or whether Garcia would overwhelm Jake in the ring. But there's no doubt that the build-up to such a fight would be filled with drama, trash talk, and high stakes. Ultimately, the fight could serve as a crossroads for both fighters. For Garcia, it would be a chance to silence the critics who question whether social media stars can truly box. For Jake Paul, a win over a legitimate boxer like Garcia could catapult him into the mainstream boxing conversation and prove that his journey isn't just for show. The question now is, will these two finally step into the ring? The buzz around this potential fight isn't slowing down, and the world is waiting to see who would come out on top in this epic showdown.
You want me to fight him?
You think it'll ever come to the point where you're going to mix into, I mean, you're obviously doing the real shit, but will it ever mix into the point where the money's big enough
Yeah,
for
would you ever
to
do a
take...
fight like that? I feel as though in my career I can't do that.
Davis versus Jake Paul, a potential blockbuster showdown. A potential fight between Gervonta, Tank, Davis, and Jake Paul has been generating major buzz in the boxing world, and for good reason. This clash would bring together two of the most talked about figures in the sport. One a skilled, hard-hitting champion, and the other a YouTube sensation turned boxer with a chip on his shoulder. The matchup promises a high-stakes, electrifying battle, but how would it unfold? Gervonta, Tank, Davis, the heavy-hitting champion. Gervonta Davis is one of the most dangerous and explosive fighters in boxing today. With an impressive record of knockouts, Davis has made a name for himself as one of the most feared lightweights in the sport. Known for his knockout power, Tank is a relentless and aggressive fighter who can end a fight in an instant. Trained by Floyd Mayweather and aligned with Mayweather Promotions, Davis has the experience and skill to back up his reputation. His fast hands, deadly left hook, and ability to move in and out of range make him a nightmare for anyone in the ring. Davis has already faced and defeated some of the top names in boxing, earning respect from both fans and fighters alike. But as his career continues to rise, some are starting to wonder whether he'd be willing to take on an unconventional opponent like Jake Paul, who brings with him a huge social media following, but far less experience in the sport. Jake Paul, the entertainer turned boxer. On the flip side, Jake Paul has built his career primarily through social media and entertainment. His rise to fame on YouTube, followed by his transition into boxing, has been nothing short of controversial. Jake's professional boxing career started with a series of fights against fellow YouTubers and former MMA fighters, but he's shown a dedication to improving his skills, working with top coaches and sparring with experienced boxers. While his critics argue that he's been carefully choosing opponents who aren't professional boxers, Jake has taken each challenge seriously, and his confidence in the ring continues to grow. What Jake Paul brings to the table is a unique combination of marketing power, athleticism, and boldness. He's known for his trash talk and his ability to stir up drama, and his fights often generate massive attention. His most recent wins have led many to believe that he's capable of going up against higher-level boxers, though whether he can handle the elite skill set of someone like Tank Davis remains to be seen. Why this fight matters. A fight between Tank Davis and Jake Paul would be a spectacle that combines boxing with the world of entertainment. For Davis, this fight might be seen as a chance to further solidify his place in boxing's elite ranks, while proving he can handle the hype and media frenzy surrounding someone like Jake Paul. For Jake Paul, a victory over a fighter like Davis would be the ultimate statement that he's more than just a YouTube star and can hang with the best in the sport. Tank Davis is known for his boxing IQ, speed, and power, qualities that make him an overwhelming favorite in such a matchup. However, Jake Paul has a never-back-down attitude, a strong work ethic, and a real desire to prove the doubters wrong. A fight between these two would have fireworks from start to finish. The public's reaction and speculation. The idea of Davis versus Jake Paul has sparked major debate among fans and pundits. Some believe it's a mismatch, arguing that Jake simply doesn't have the experience or skill to compete with someone like Davis, who's proven himself against top-tier opponents. Others see it as a money-making opportunity, a spectacle that would draw in mainstream audiences and boxing fans alike. Regardless of opinions, there's no denying that a fight between the two would generate massive pay-per-view sales and media attention. For Jake Paul, this is another opportunity to prove his doubters wrong. A fight against Davis would be the biggest test of his boxing career by far, and if he were to pull off an upset, it would undoubtedly shock the world. On the other hand, Davis would have everything to lose: his undefeated record, his reputation as one of the sport's brightest young stars, and the possibility of looking bad in a fight with a social media influencer turned boxer. The future of the fight. For now, the fight remains in the realm of speculation. While both Davis and Jake Paul have mentioned the possibility of facing each other, it's unclear whether it will actually happen. The fight would require a significant amount of negotiations, and it's unlikely Davis would be willing to take a fight with someone who's not a proven contender in the sport. However, with the right promotion and the right amount of hype, this could turn into one of the biggest boxing events of the year. In the end, Davis versus Jake Paul would be a fight that draws eyes from all corners of the world, whether fans are watching to see Jake Paul succeed or hoping to see him face the consequences of his bold ambitions. The stakes would be high for both men, and the drama leading up to the fight would be nothing short of captivating. Whether it happens or not, Davis versus Jake Paul is a matchup that will continue to capture the imaginations of boxing fans everywhere. And that wraps up our breakdown of the potential showdown between Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul. It's definitely a fight that has everyone talking, and if it ever happens, it's sure to be a massive event. What do you think? Does Jake Paul stand a chance against a fighter like Tank Davis, or would it be an easy win for the champ? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I love hearing your takes on this one. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss out on any future boxing content. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.